For the last 20 years, the streets of Los Angeles have been terrorized by a brutal criminal organization. It is known as Team 10, and in recent months the organization has gained international attention after their leader murdered a news reporter. The murder was broadcast on live television and reportedly caused by a disagreement over the reporter's shoes. Since then, pressure has mounted on the mayor of Los Angeles to challenge the group. Both the mayor and the FBI have committed to this objective, but it will not be easy for them. Team 10 is made up of some of the world's most dangerous criminals, drug dealers, extortionists, and cold-blooded killers. Their crimes cross international borders, and even cartel members know not to challenge them. This is their story. Team 10 is most well known for their brutal gangster rap music, but unlike most of the pussies in hip-hop today, it's not just for show. The organization was founded by Jake Paul, an imposter who famously conned Warren Buffett out of 500 pounds of pig meat. Not satisfied with taking meat from old billionaires, he took to extortion. In 1995, he teamed up with Nick Crompton, the City of England's most notorious pimp. Relocating to Salt Lake City, they declared war on the Mormon Church. But the Mormons were ready for war, having spent several decades preparing to overthrow the government of Barbados. From there, they would build some kind of Mormon Caribbean utopia. Their invasion of Barbados failed, but that's a story for another day. The pair were soon chased out of Salt Lake City, with Crompton famously saying, "I guess if there's one thing Mormons know, it's explosives." They decided at this point to only take on weaker, less organized rivals, and so began their war with Mexican cartels. Mexican cartels are, of course, the worst kind of cartel, just as Mexican clowns are the worst kind of clown. So when the Mexican clown cartel Insane Brown Posse began operating in California, most rival organizations relocated. This seemingly paved the way for the cartel to hold a monopoly on Southern California's drug market. With no competition, they began selling low-quality narcotics at wildly varying prices. But where other gangs saw an unshakable opponent and a warning to back off, Jake Paul saw an opportunity. If he could only defend himself and his associates from the Insane Brown Posse, all they would need to do is offer narcotics of a fairly good quality at a stable price, and they would easily outpace their one rival. From then, it would not be long until they rule California's criminal underworld. Going to war with the cartel would have seemed foolhardy if not for two important factors. First, the cartel were nothing compared to the Mormon Church, and secondly, by this time it was not just Jake Paul and Nick Crompton. Joining them were two lesbian twins from Spain. This would be their main advantage. Spanish folklore tells that lesbian twins are very dangerous. In medieval times, any set of twins born would undergo testing to determine their sexuality. Twins found to be lesbians were burned at the stake before they could become witches. But once in a while, twin lesbians would go undetected, and if legend is to be believed, often cause havoc using black magic. Fully grown lesbian twins were so notorious that bishops blessed cities specifically to keep them out. In fact, the name Madrid can be translated as literally meaning a land without lesbian twin witches. Of course, today the killing of newborn lesbian twins is seen as uncivilized, and has broadly declined since the Spanish government outlawed the practice in 2014, but the superstitious fear of twin lesbians remains. Through the Spanish Empire, such superstitions were brought to the New World, including Mexico. With news of Jake Paul teaming up with twin lesbians in California, the cartel's largely Mexican support base began to erode. Just one cartel contract killer was willing to take out the twins, but one day before the job he fell down a well and was never seen again. His death was taken as a sign of witchcraft, and the Insane Brown Posse disbanded without a fight. They never admitted this being the reason why they left California. People assumed Jake Paul forced them out. This was the beginning of his reputation as a violent crime boss. Over time, his gang attracted some of the world's most wanted criminals. They quietly operated for many years following. It's only in recent months that the organization has gained widespread attention. Changing their name from Wee Sammy's Butcher's Boys to Team 10, they began producing rap music which was soon going viral online. Things were going well for Team 10. Their rebrand and initial popularity opened up the entertainment business to them, but one shocking event changed everything. This footage captured the moment Team 10 surrounded local news reporter Chris Wolf. The reporter had been sent to their compound to cover claims it was the soft face of a criminal empire. Tragically, the claims were true. They surrounded him and hijacked KTLA-5's news van like the modern-day pirates they surely are. Wolf was distraught, screaming out to the gods Odin and Thor, but the gods did not intervene. Taking issue with his shoes, they became violent and on live television murdered him. Millions of people witnessed the murder of Chris Wolf, but to date no arrests have been made. Authorities have given no reason for not taking action. For that, we need to look at the years of quiet operation by Team 10. Securing a monopoly on narcotics trading in Southern California gave Jake Paul access to great wealth. Within a short period of time, he was among the state's most powerful men. He was not satisfied with the limits on his power. It's unknown quite how, but Team 10 seems to have infiltrated the Los Angeles Police Department. According to an anonymous source within the department, they would offer police work as strippers, sometimes paying each officer as much as 10 sacks of potatoes each night. With that kind of bribery, it's easy to see why police have turned a blind eye to the gang's activity. But things are changing. The murder of Chris Wolf became a vital issue of this year's LA mayoral election. The current mayor secured re-election only after promising to bring Jake Paul to justice. His political career depends on it, and so not even 1 million sacks of potatoes could win him over. And believe me, Team 10 have tried.